So first of all, let me give my introduction to all of you. Myself, Samir Bansal, Director Bansal Classes. So I, Samir Bansal, on behalf of Bansal Classes, welcomes you all on the satellite learning program. So today we are going to start a very important chapter on algebra, that is theory of probability. Theory of probability plays a very important role in GE. ध्यान से सुनेंगे lecture. Theory of probability is a branch of statistical science, which in turn has two major branches. One of its branch deals with collection of data, grouping the data, analyzing the data, and then drawing inference from it about the mean, median, mode, standard deviation, correlation, regression, etc. That is taken cover into this particular branch. And the other branch of statistical science deals with function of random variable, which tells us how to compute mathematically the chance of happening or not happening of an event in which an element of uncertainty is involved. भाई डे टू डे लाइफ में हम कुछ कॉमन फ्रेजेस यूज करते हैं. मोस्ट प्रोबेबली इट विल रेन टुडे और मोस्ट प्रोबेबली आई विल गेट इनटू आईआईटी और odds in favor of A beating B in a certain game is 3:2. So all these examples shows past statistics. जैसे ही मैंने आपसे बोला odds in favor of A beating B in a certain game is 3:2. So it shows past statistics. वास्तव में इन दोनों टीम के बीच में 5 गेम हुए होंगे. टीम ए ने 3 गेम जीते हैं और टीम बी ने 2 गेम जीते हैं. तो नेक्स्ट गेम में ए के जीतने की जो प्रोबेबिलिटी होगी दैट इज 3/5. इट शोज पास्ट स्टैटिस्टिक्स. So if we look into the historical development of this particular chapter, the exact seeds of this chapter has been sown by an Italian child whose name was Jerome Cardan. Jerome Cardan, an Italian child. 3 salient feature attached to this particular child. जैसा कि हर साइंटिस्ट के साथ 3 खास बातें जुड़ी रहती हैं, 3 खास बातें इस बच्चे के साथ भी जुड़ी हुई थी. He was an extremely poor child. All throughout his life, he was suffering from some or the other disease, and disease to that extent that he was not even mobile. And the third salient feature, he was extremely intelligent. Since he was not mobile, his usual pastime is to play certain games such as snakes, chess, ludo, drawing ball from an uncontaining certain number of red, white, blue, and green balls, yeah, drawing a card from a well-showed pack of 52 cards, या टॉसिंग अ कॉइन 1000 टाइम्स या रोलिंग अ पेयर ऑफ डाइस 10,000 टाइम्स. बट ऐसे ये एक्सपेरिमेंट नहीं करता था कि भाई उसने 1000 दफे एक डाइस को रोल कर दिया या 1000 दफे एक सिक्के को उसने उछाल दिया. While he was busy in playing certain alike games, he was constantly observing the manner, the frequency in which the outcomes of his games were taking place. And a careful and systematic study of his observation led him to state a classical definition of probability, जो कि इस चैप्टर की जिसने नींव रखी थी. So in order to understand the classical definition of probability, कि भाई उसने जो क्लासिकल डेफिनेशन दी थी वो थी क्या, कुछ आपको समझना पड़ेगा. So let us understand that vigorous definition of classical definition of probability. Let us conduct an experiment. जब मैं आपसे बोलूं कि कंडक्ट एन एक्सपेरिमेंट, एक्सपेरिमेंट सुनते ही आपके दिमाग में जो झंझनाट होनी चाहिए दैट इज एन एक्शन और एन ऑपरेशन रिजल्टिंग इन 2 और मोर पॉसिबल आउटकम्स. आप अपने दिमाग में रख सकते हैं कि भाई एक सिक्के को आपने उछाला एक दफे रिजल्टिंग इन 2 पॉसिबल आउटकम हेड एंड टेल, या टॉसिंग अ नॉर्मल डाइस वंस रिजल्टिंग इन 6 पॉसिबल आउटकम. एन एक्सपेरिमेंट इज नथिंग बट एन एक्शन और एन ऑपरेशन रिजल्टिंग इन 2 और मोर पॉसिबल आउटकम. एन एक्सपेरिमेंट इज कंडक्टेड resulting in n possible outcomes. Technically called as sample space of the experiment. And if these n outcomes are all equally likely. Mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive events or disjoint. One and the same thing. And exhaustive. An experiment is conducted resulting in n possible outcomes, technically called a sample space, and if these n outcomes are all equally likely, mutually exclusive or disjoint, and exhaustive. And out of these n outcomes, which are equally likely, mutually exclusive, and exhaustive, if m case favor happening of an event A, m cases favor happening of an event A, then according to classical definition of probability, probability of happening of an event A is m by n. अभी आप लोग लिख लें या सुन ले ध्यान से, एक एक चीज क्लियरली आपको समझ में आएगी. तो जो उस बच्चे ने क्लासिकल डेफिनेशन ऑफ प्रोबेबिलिटी बताई, इस चीज को समझने के लिए इन तीन टर्म्स की क्लियर अंडरस्टैंडिंग हमें होना जरूरी है कि आउट ऑफ दीज n cases which are equally likely, mutually exclusive and exhaustive, if m cases favor happening of an event A, then according to classical definition of probability, probability of happening of an event A is m by n. तो जो चैप्टर आज हम पढ़ने वाले हैं, थ्योरी ऑफ प्रोबेबिलिटी, इट्स प्योर अ ब्रांच ऑफ स्टैटिस्टिकल साइंस. किसी इवेंट के होने की या ना होने की प्रोबेबिलिटी को हमें ये चैप्टर बताता है. और किसी इवेंट के होने की प्रोबेबिलिटी जो फॉर्मूला दिया गया, दैट इज m by n. So before coming into this formula, let us understand the rigorous definition of these three terms. First important term is equally likely. Events defined on an experiment are said to be equally likely when no particular event has a preference to occur in relation to other events. Events defined on an experiment are said to be equally likely when no particular event has a preference to occur in relation to other events. For example, outcomes as a result of throwing a normal dice are the examples of the events which are equally likely. Outcomes है क्या? As a result of throwing a normal dice, phase 1 or phase 2 or phase 3 or phase 4 or phase 5 or phase 6. No particular phase has a preference to occur in relation to other phases. Yeah, from a well-shoveled pack of 52 cards, a card is drawn. So outcomes as a result of drawing a card from a well-shoveled pack of 52 cards are the examples of the events which are equally likely because no particular card has a preference to occur in relation to other card. It is as equally likely to draw ace of spade as compared to ace of heart. ताश के 52 पत्तों में से अगर आप एक पत्ता निकाल रहे हैं तो हुकुम के एक के निकलने की प्रोबेबिलिटी वही होगी जो कि पान के एक के निकलने की प्रोबेबिलिटी. या फ्रॉम अ बैग कंटेनिंग 2 red balls, 2 white balls and 2 black balls, a ball is drawn. Getting a red ball is one event, getting a white ball is another event and getting a black ball is another event. क्योंकि बैग में 2 ही रेड बॉल थी, 2 ही व्हाइट बॉल थी या 2 ही ब्लैक बॉल थी, तो रेड बॉल के निकलने की प्रोबेबिलिटी या व्हाइट बॉल के निकलने की प्रोबेबिलिटी या ब्लैक बॉल निकलने की प्रोबेबिलिटी इट इज सेम. So these three events are equally likely. तो जब मैं आपसे बोलूं कि equally likely events defined on an experiment are said to be equally likely. Simple term में बोलूं, events defined on an experiment are said to be equally likely if they have same probability. इसलिए equally likely events को हम EQ probable events भी बोलते हैं. Equally likely events बोले या EQ probable, one and the same thing. Next important term is mutually exclusive. The events defined on an experiment are said to be mutually exclusive or disjoint. Two events A and B defined on an experiment are said to be mutually exclusive or disjoint if their simultaneous occurrence is impossible. That is, occurrence of one event rules out the simultaneous occurrence of both the event. एक event के होने से दोनों event के एक साथ होने की possibility rule out कर देता है. So for example, getting an ace and an ace in 2 successive draws from a well-shoveled pack of 52 cards are the examples of the events which are mutually exclusive, because if it is an ace, getting an ace and a king in a single draw from a well-shoveled pack of 52 cards are the examples of the events which are mutually exclusive, because if the card drawn is an ace, it cannot be a king. What if I would have said getting a queen and getting a heart in a single draw from a well-shoveled pack of 52 cards?